Hello, in this session, we look at creating functions with parameters. And this is the syntax of creating functions that have parameters. Def keyword followed by the function name, then open parentheses and close parentheses. And in between the open and close parentheses, you put all your parameters that you want that function to have. And then after that, you have a full colon followed by an indented body of that function. Now, another term that we have to define is parameters. Parameters are just variables on the function head. Remember, I said function has two parts. We have the function head and the function body. So, parameters are just local variables to that function, and they cannot be accessed outside that function. And in case your function will have more than one parameters, they'll have to be separated using commas. Now, from our previous example of calculating the area of a circle, our function did not have parameters. We want to make this function calculate circle area to have parameter. And to start with, I will only add one parameter. And the parameter in this case will be the radius. Okay, so we have the radius of the circle, and this is a variable. And we are telling our function that when we'll be calling you, we will pass you one value. And that value, you're going to store it inside this variable called radius. And then now we have calculated the area of this circle, and we are printing out the radius and the calculated area. So let us call this function here. Call this function, remember, it is the function name, and then opening parentheses and closing parentheses. But in between here, we have to provide a value that will be stored in the radius variable. And if we do not provide a value, then we are going to get an error. And we can read this error, calculate area, the error is in calculate circle area. And the kind of error is calculate circle area is missing one required positional argument, which is radius. Now, for us to fix that, we have to pass an argument. And we can pass it an argument like 7 or let's say 14, assuming that the radius of our circle is 14. And now when we run this, we will get the area of that circle. Now, one thing that you have to note is when you create a function with parameters, you'll have to pass arguments, and an argument, they are actual values. Actual value passed to a function when being called. So that is an argument, the actual value that you pass to a function when you're calling it. Now, the radius here is the parameter, and 14 is the value, is the argument that you pass to a function when you're calling it.